Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Black Mirror 3. So, we've just barely started this game and I think I've figured out that I need to get the police officer to leave the room. Well, the game basically tells us this at this point, but I have to watch an animation for this to open up the hint diary system, which is just torn papers right now. So we're going to talk to Denise here, who runs the coffee shop slash tea shop that looks way better than anything else in Willow Creek.
I know. I recognize you from the newspaper.
And you're not gonna run away screaming?
I'd have a lot of running to do if I ran away from every weirdo in this dump.
You really like living here, huh?
So everybody in the city has seen my face in the newspaper. I don't know if that's something that you can do in the UK anymore. Like, I don't think you can do the perp walk or exposing somebody's identity when they've just been charged with something. Europe in general takes privacy pretty carefully and pretty seriously, so this has become a contrivance where every single character in this game is going to approach me with some trepidation, fear, and anger, and that's just bad for writing, because now every character is going to be on their guard. So we might as well expose all of the conversation paths and just get them done. I've clicked on everything in this room, so that should have opened up any options. Maybe I'm just getting donuts for the police. Maybe it's as cliche a puzzle as that.
Has anything exciting happened recently?
Apart from the fire at the castle? Wait a minute. Yeah, the espresso machine broke down.
And see, that doesn't give us any new conversation paths, so I don't think I'm getting a puzzle where I have to solve or fix the espresso machine.
Has this cafe been here long? I've never noticed it before.
We were closed during the fair this year.
Is it even worth having a cafe here in the village?
You'll have to ask my dad. It's his cafe. Why do you ask? Do you want to open one too?
Yeah, sure. Right next door. A Black Mirror special cafe with ritual blood cappuccino and latte morbidato.
Good idea. Could have come from Murray.
So she might be the new love interest, or she might just be the first random person to get murdered.
By the way, I'm Darren, or Adrian Gordon. Take your pick.
I'm Denise, or the one who's got no time for insane arsonists. Take your pick.
Wow. I think I prefer Denise.
All right then, Darren.
So, what's a young woman like you doing in a place like this? Not one for city living?
Hell yeah. I'm just waiting for the right moment.
You mean when the twice-yearly bus to London stops here?
Something like that.
So she's probably waiting for her father to die so she can sell the place, would be my guess.
Are you out of donuts?
No, there are some in the storeroom, but they're reserved for the nice inspector. He buys them here every morning.
Of course. And what if I want one too?
Then bake one yourself.
So we can get some information about Inspector Spooner and order some coffee.
When does the inspector usually come in?
He should have been here to pick up his donuts ages ago. He's probably been delayed by the scum of the earth. Again.
Nice description.
That's what Conrad calls his clientele, not me.
Conrad?
Conrad Spooner. That's what the inspector's called. Didn't you know?
Oh, so she's got the hots for Inspector Spooner. Okay.
I'd like a coffee, black.
Coming up.
Interesting that ended the conversation. Maybe it'll jump back into the conversation. There's a lot of animations here that, you know, this is work, particularly in 2011. This is work that somebody had to do just to have a wireframe animation of a character than making coffee. And the old days certainly wasn't like how it is now, where you can just go to the Unity store and the same million games can just pre-purchase coffee making 1.0 model animation, and then you just put a different texture on it.
Hello.
Let's talk to her. Let's ask her about Inspector Spooner again.
I didn't know that donuts was so popular in England.
I don't know, but I do know that Spooner loves them, just as much as those cops in American TV shows.
And what does the dear inspector do when there aren't any donuts left?
He always gets what he wants. If need be, I bake him some.
So,
I'll have another coffee, please.
It's on the bar.
It's cold. Can I get a new one?
Sure.
Interesting. So what am I supposed to do? Sneak in the back and steal some donuts?
If the inspector needs his donuts every morning, and there weren't any to be had, then he would be sure to be out of his office for a while.
So, off to make mischief I go. Well, she's not looking.
Okay, I've got to come up with something that's gonna make Spooner hang out here in the cafe for a while.
Alright. So what do we have to click on? Because honestly, looking at this, there's just so much freaking stuff. It would be ridiculous to not use the highlight option. And I know this game is going to be long anyways. So I'm going to use everything to my advantage.
Full of stock for the cafe. What have we got here? Coffee, tea, juice, milk. Ah, and a package of donuts.
So why would you not, if you have the capability of making fresh donuts,
those have to be the donuts specially reserved for Spooner.
Why wouldn't you just have them under the counter? Why would you have them in a completely different storage location? Or are they just store-bought because they don't make donuts?
A wash bucket filled with dirty water.
Okay. And we have a chest freezer. Am I supposed to dunk the donuts in the dirty water and then freeze them?
Chest freezer with a glass lid. Not a lot in it. A pack of tart bases. Oh, and a box of ice cream, mint and chocolate.
All right. So now we're stealing some other stuff.
If it gets wet, you probably wouldn't be able to get the chest open anymore.
Double clicking on an interactable object will immediately trigger the corresponding action. Well, that seems like that would be really easy. Alright, so what I assume I'm supposed to be doing, and I guess we don't even really need to look at this.
Donuts. Basic nutrition for cops like Spooner.
Is to click this, put this here.
I'll put the box of donuts in a nice visible spot in the freezer.
Then we're gonna take the water bucket. How do we move the water?
Bucket filled with dirty water.
Well, so we have the work with. Chest freezer, wash bucket, shelf. Let's
There are
look at the
things
shelf.
like coffee, tea, juice, and milk on the shelf.
Which coffee, tea, or juice would all freeze just as well as dirty water would. See, I imagine this puzzle is built around the idea that you can't leave it. I don't have an object here though. So let's just double click this and see what happens.
We're gonna have frozen donuts here soon. Begging the question, how's that gonna help me?
Okay.
We're gonna have frozen donuts here soon. Begging the question, How's that gonna help me?
So double clicking doesn't seem like is anything we need to do. Maybe I need to double click this. Double clicking did jump the
filled with dirty water.
It did jump me around, so I don't have to watch the walking animation. Am I missing something? Is there something in the far corner of the screen? Like, let's look at the diary. Alright. Denise, the waitress in the cafe, says that Conrad likes the donuts there every day. If there aren't any available, then he'll definitely go straight back to his office. But what if it just took him a bit longer for him to get some? Let's... Like, I know what to do. I just don't know how I'm gonna do it. So let's just try everything on the water bucket. Let's see. Fortune tellers thing on the water bucket, menu on the water bucket, business cards on the water bucket, papers on the water bucket, pencil. And so you can't drag things.
Filled with dirty water.
Like right here, this looks like this is either a liquid of some sort. Was there something in the previous room that I needed? I don't think I can do anything more. So
better close the freezer so the donuts can get cozy in there. This is hardly gonna stop Spooner, though. I'm gonna have to make sure that the freezer isn't so easy to open.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to look around some more. No. It doesn't look like the coffee that I ordered is part of the puzzle. There's a coffee mug here.
Flower vase or coffee cup? Probably both.
And there's a couch here.
Unlike the chairs.
Nope. Doesn't look like there's anything else in this building. This is something where I needed to double click. We don't need to see the character walk around. Alright, so back to the shop we go. We need some kind of liquid or some kind of container. And so we'll just click on everything and look at it.
I hope you only want to cut up veggies with that. Sir?
Seriously? This is going to turn into a rather weird game if anything I click on potentially.
That's how I like vegetables. Microwave ready on top of a steak.
So anything I pick up might trigger Darren. I'm clearly insane.
Huge eggs from huge chickens. I don't know why, but I find that funny. A shopping basket. I don't need it. I'm only having a look around. Instant porridge, soup in packets, and masses of powdered pudding. The infamous English cuisine at a glance.
Like, kind of the only thing I could think that would...
Tea. And, oh, look. Tea.
Yeah, the only thing that would make me think he isn't crazy in some way or another is if we were still in the ritual chamber and this did turn out to all be a hallucination.
The latest prices of apples, bread, and milk are written on this big board.
Seriously, daily changes of the prices?
Random selection. There's everything from romantic novels to Zen guidebooks. That'll have gherkins in it.
Let's look at the newspaper.
All the most important newspapers are there. The Final Times, The Moon, Daily Black Mirror, and the Willow Creek Telegraph. Milk.
Why would you need a poster for milk?
This open bag of coffee beans makes the shop smell real nice.
I might need the coffee beans eventually.
Candy for kids, although I haven't seen a single one so far. Brandy, spirits, and various types of whiskey. Everything an aching heart could wish for.
A lot of times when you're on bail, I don't, well, on parole, I know that they tell you not to drink alcohol or commit any crimes. I don't know if that's how that works in the UK though. So almost probably be a non-concern. But also, everybody thinks he's crazy, so
tobacco, cigars,
they should tell him not to drink.
The inhabitants of Willow Creek seem to really enjoy smoking. A hint of France in Willow Creek. My mom always used to say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, one of my moms.
Okay. So we have the till, and we have garlic.
That's a Transylvanian-sized portion of garlic. We can assume the shop won't be attacked by vampires.
We have some ice cream.
Ice cream. My favorite flavors. And a good size, too.
Alright, so that just leaves the till and the knife block. And let's see what happens when I click on the till.
The cash register. Brand, fossil.
So now let's talk to her and see if we can
was terrified of me.
buy
as long
anything.
As I don't ask her any questions, then I probably won't give her a heart attack.
Okay, so we can pick up the knife a second time? And I'm afraid to. Quite literally. Let's see.
Wow, a huge fridge. It's the Eco Freezer 100. At least that's what's written on it.
There's literally nothing else to click on in here. Alright, so we're gonna have to go somewhere else. We have the river. And we have the phone box. We have a barrel.
A barrel? It says Willow Creek Corner Shop on it.
Alright, well let's go this way. And check out this area, although probably should go the other direction, honestly. And I need to really learn to double click because this is just going to take way too long. I want to just really quickly get through all of this. Because I really know if this is anything like the previous game, it's just going to drag on forever and ever.
Is that Tom's underwear hanging out to dry? Nope. Cloths. They aren't particularly clean, but I wouldn't expect anything else from Tom's pub. You know? I'm glad I drank bottled beer last time I was there.
Let's see if we can grab this bucket.
The windows have colored plastic stuck on them. It's hard to make out anything.
Just look everywhere.
It says 3 kegs, probably of beer. Tom would like to see me dead. At least that's the last thing he said to me.
Hmm.
You can hardly make out what used to be written there. but I assume that nothing edible has ever been served here, at least since Tom inherited the pub. Murderous greetings from Willow Creek. The usual postcards and brochures.
See, and is this just a window, or is this like a business of some sort? Can you just grab those and leave? Alright, we have a sponge. Guess that's what we needed.
It looks like it hasn't been used for a very long time. I'm about to change that.
So, and we're good. That's really the only thing we needed to look at.
I'll have time to sit there when I'm old.
So double click here so we fast travel. Let's just make sure the sponge isn't supposed to be used in the river instead of the dirty water. Because we might get in there and he might just say, I'm not sticking my hand in the dirty water. He's leaning on the chain fence, making a chain sound, in case you're wondering.
My dry sponge is now a wet sponge.
Yep. And now we double click to go in the cafe. Now we're gonna talk on her. Interesting, it glitched and left the navigation, the speech box icon.
I think I'll have another one.
Okay.
Apparently she's running on credit. Now this time I double clicked on the door and it still showed the animation. I imagine we'll run into scenarios like that several times throughout the gameplay. Wet sponge on the chest freezer.
If I leave the wet sponge on the lid, I'm sure it would freeze onto it. It'd be a fascinating exercise, but not really all that helpful.
Guess I have to open the freezer first.
Now it's open again.
Okay. Wet sponge on the chest freezer.
I'll wet the ceiling rubbers with the wet sponge. If you close the freezer now, the water will freeze and it'll be almost impossible to open it again without defrosting the whole thing. Farewell, you donuts. Nobody's gonna be getting you out of there in a hurry.
And it automatically shuts it.
Now that ought to slow down the inspector's donut order somewhat.
And the sponge is gone, so maybe there was two solutions to that problem. I don't think there's any achievements. This game is kind of old, so I doubt I'd get anything special for doing it that way.
Another one of these flat days today. I could really do with something to lift me up a little.
Edward could come along at any time. Better if we wait till this evening.
Sod Edward. Give me a couple of donuts at least.
Yeah, sure. I'll get you some.
So apparently she's married to Edward, but sleeping with the inspector. It's
Conrad,
crazy
your donuts seem to have
that
ended
they
up
would
in
have
the freezer.
animated the second scene.
Can't you boil them in the oven for a bit?
The problem is, the lid's frozen solid.
Ah, I get it. You want me to help you warm up your frozen chest?
I think those two are gonna be busy for a while.
You can now skip cutscenes using the tab key, but beware, you could miss out on some important information. Thank you. Man, we are still so much into tutorial town though. An hour and a half basically into the game. And I'm not sure I really like natural puzzles like this where you have something somewhat reasonable to do and you have to find a somewhat reasonable solution to it. I think I'd prefer the moon logic crazy puzzles where you have a rubber chicken that solves all your problems.
Constable Zach seems okay. Plays by the letter of the law and all that.
Let's talk to Constable Zach and see if we can get a photocopy, or maybe we have to get him out of the room.
Can I ask you something briefly?
So we can now talk to him.
Do you believe I set fire to the castle?
Well, Mr. Michaels, you claim to be Samuel Gordon's son, and you were at the scene of the crime with a smoldering torch in your hand.
I had that to defend myself with.
Against the mysterious secret order that nobody knows about and nobody's seen?
It's mentioned in the Gordon Chronicles.
500 years ago.
Forget it.
And then there was the thing with poor Miss Valley, right? We found your tracks at the scene of the crime.
I told you, forget it. Spooner, your inspector, is he always so nice?
I don't know. He was in the homicide department in London until half a year ago. Then, he got redeployed here as a punishment.
That explains a lot.
Since then, he's tried everything to get back out of here. He locks people up for the smallest of misdemeanors. Good for the statistics, you see.
And you can't do anything about it?
What does a bear do about the winter? He rows himself up and sleeps until the spring comes.
So it could be that Detective Spooner is crazy. Let's see, let's ask about Angelina and the investigation before we ask about the police file.
How long are you gonna look for Angelina?
She'll be deemed missing until we find her.
Even if she's long since dead?
We haven't found a body yet, Mr. Michaels.
Yeah, I'm having trouble splitting between Miss Valley and Angelina. There seem to be two different characters. I'm not sure if... I think Angelina was his sister that he was also in love with, because he didn't know she was his sister, but I thought also Angelina was the bad guy, so Miss Valley was kind of a secondary character that I don't know if she played too much of a role. She probably played a somewhat big role in the previous game. Man, it is a problem to play this game. And this came out in 2011. I believe the previous one came out in 2008, so it would have been 3 years for even people who bought the game brand new, in which you would have had to go back and played Black Mirror 2 just to remember what is going on, and that's really ridiculous.
How involved were you in the investigation of my case?
I searched the sewer system and the bunker.
And you didn't find any clues?
No.
That just can't be true.
It's bloody dark down there, Mr. Michaels, and full of rats. Not for the faint-hearted.
Is there anything new on the kidnapping? Have you spoken to Tom, Bobby, or the kid in Wales?
According to the statement, Tom was at Alton Towers with Bobby at the time.
And you don't find it a little bit strange that those two went to a theme park?
The only strange thing was that Bobby was in hospital for 2 days afterwards with concussion. But we've got a medical certificate that proves that.
And what if Tom was lying?
We can't prove it. He had 2 tickets for the theme park and the paperwork from the hospital.
Damn.
So we're gonna probably have
And
to
the boy.
undermine
There's
that
no
information.
one called Van Helsing in Wales.
Can you make a copy of my file and send it to my lawyer?
Didn't he get one ages ago?
He wants to have the current version for the embassy.
Not possible.
Something wrong?
I'd forgotten. The copier gave up the ghost a few weeks back, but there's a new one on order.
Are you being serious?
It's not so bad. I have so little to do here, I could type up most of the documents.
I understand. So, would you be so kind as to type my file?
No.
And what if I fix that thing?
All right, then. You go and see what you can do with it.
Goodbye, Constable.
So, there is a danger of, if we get into a mini game, it might not run properly. And I suspect we're going to have to see if that's the case. Let's go ahead and save and That way we can be kind of certain that the game, if the game does crash, will be alright. The puzzle just keeps on expanding.
It's difficult to fix a copier. I studied it once. Well, kind of. What if we got here? The fuse has blown. Switch to turn it on, and you press the green button to copy. If I twist and connect the wires that work, it should be able to copy again.
Okay, so far so good. Doesn't look like the game has crashed. Weird. You have like a microprocessor chip here that's being connected by some kind of connectors I don't even recognize for just a couple of things. What are... I guess these are the buttons. So we probably need to route a button to the output. Let's see. This looks like a real power connector. No, a neutral, some grounds, a positive, where the rest of these seem to be conspicuously not like that. Okay, so this is drag and drop. Okay. So how are we gonna see that this works? Because I imagine this is what needs to happen. Let's see, we could place that with that, but would these really work? I guess the first thing is to see if we can turn the power on, and then see if we can do something different instead. Just leave the broken ones off. Okay. So this is the copier, and I guess this is the enlarge and the shrink options. So why is this not? There's probably no power going to this point. So question I guess would be, will this work? Nope. Is there perhaps a different path that this would work on? Oh, these rotate. Apparently when you right click on them. Okay. Well then we don't need this. I don't think we need too much of anything then. The way this snaps here on this connector makes no sense. Right, that is powered, and the light lit up green. So this part is just the last bit of this. We need this to connect, and I imagine wires won't just connect to each other. And we're taking a little bit of extra time doing this, so we're going to go a little longer. Thing is, I don't know what this is, so I don't know why specifically this needs to be powered, or if any of this really does need to be powered. Like, this looks like a light that lights up. Do we need this? We totally need that. All these shorted cords. That's a lot of shorted cords. Let's see what happens when we connect that. Nothing. Nothing. Do we even need this though? Maybe I'm being too electronic on this since I have a education in electronics. Maybe it's simpler than it seems. Looks like those would fit. Now I could skip this. We do have that opportunity again. So yeah, this doesn't really feel like it connects. These aren't lighting up. Let's try something else. Is there any way I can get this power to connect some other way? And I don't really see a reason for it to not be hot. Maybe it doesn't need to actually be connected there. And we'll see how far we can get otherwise, putting things back the way they were. Feels like this would light up if I was getting power to it. So it definitely feels like I'm not getting power to that connection. kind of doesn't feel like there is a way to get power to that section. Everything seems all out of order. Well, that wire seems like that did connect. So maybe I can get close enough. Wires do kind of seem like they connect to each other. Sometimes. So this is too difficult a puzzle. Maybe I'm supposed to zigzag something like this so that they would connect to each other. No, I don't think so. Well, these two might connect. Does that mean anything though? Do these wires perhaps still work even though they're burned out? Is that the trick? No. You can see they don't work. Unless perhaps there's a good side and a bad side on these that lets you draw a middle point. Ah, that might be it. This is insane though, like total insanity. Do this and then put this here, and then let's say we play this point here and connect all of this. So this probably then, if what I'm thinking is right, should work something like this. This isn't a really crazy idea though. else do we need to do? See, I don't think we have to turn this off and turn this back on. Maybe if we rotated both of these this way, connected these here, so that's two good ends, and then instead connected this here. Okay, and then what if we connected that there? Still not good enough? It kind of has to be something like this, though. It really does have to be something as crazy as all this seems, to use out half burnt wires, which you would just never do in electronics. That's insane. You don't have a clue what's going on internally with the physics of that kind of stuff. Alright. We got power here. I don't think we need to put power there. Like, that would be crazy. We've got power here. If we would have connected that way. Yeah, that doesn't seem like that works. Oh man, none of this seems like this works. At this point, I'm tempted to just give up. Like, honestly, I'm not seeing a lot of entertainment value in trying this, but this actually has been the first bit of gameplay that actually has been entertaining, so really shouldn't give up. Am I supposed to do something like this? Or am I supposed to perhaps do something like this? See, I'm questioning, have I gotten anywhere closer? Anywhere closer at all? Seems like you could do that, actually. So maybe I've made this too complicated. You don't use the burnt out wire. Why is that not working? Do these wires not connect to each other? Do these wires have to jump back over to this part and then have to jump this way? It seems like all of these curves would indicate that the path is connected. One assumes this is the right connector and these other two connectors don't matter. One assumes that these paths are connected. One assumes that these paths are connected. So why is this not working? Alright, well, we are 20 minutes over. We have spent so much time on this. The good news is I anticipated this and pre-loaded a Wikipedia, walkthrough, not Wikipedia, which I think I have, yes, not there, here. So I'm going to just look at the solution here and see what I'm doing wrong. Let's see, I'm being shown a picture that tells me, what is this really telling me? Oh, interesting. I would have never thought of this. It's telling me that this wire doesn't matter. Instead, it's important that this be connected here. It's telling me that these wires are not playing any role, which was my first inclination, but I thought maybe it was getting really crazy. It tells me that this, which I'm fairly certain was here, now needs to be here for kind of no reason. And as soon as I did that, all of these lit up. I don't know how you could have ever figured that out, though. Maybe I'm taking it too logical here, but clearly the power is coming in from like a transformer to this point, going here, being activated by the switch, going down here to the chip, and then you have to assume that this wire is not used for anything, and instead all the power is going here, and then assume that all the power is coming out here. But why would it not work like that? Like, this wire wasn't burnt out, I'm fairly certain, and so 2 rails of power are needed for kind of no reason to light this up. And once, if I'd ever just stupidly managed to get to that point, then I could have gone from here to there easily. That sucks. That's a bad puzzle, particularly for somebody who knows electronics. Okay. Well, that was frustrating. Let's go ahead and make another save file, and we'll just call that one number 4. That's gonna be it for this recording. We went long, sorry. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, or Battle.net, all of those links are down below in the description box. And if you want to support me, you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist, or you can support me through Patreon. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.